All right, Shalom, Shalom. This is Brother Mayum coming at you from GMS Tampa Bay. First and foremost, I want to give all the praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachahak Wadash. Double honor to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, and much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out this truth and and sincerity. I just want to do a quick lesson. Just going into, into these protests, that we see happening, throughout America and really the entire West, as, with everything that's going on over there in the Middle East. A lot of people are fed up with the madness of what the West has been getting away with for years. And, we've come into a time to where the Lord has revealed so many secrets, to the people of this world, that it's no longer hidden that the things that are being done is wicked. Okay. Now you have people, the Egyptians, rising up against Egyptians, man, rising up against their establishments, their rulers. Salakia. And as the scriptures talk about, the great insurrection, or the insurrection, of the people against the uprising against the government, which is what the word sedition means. Salakia, it was sedition. There shall be sedition amongst men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, man. In the course of their power, the power shall stand in their hands, something along those lines, which we'll get it. But right now, we have different factions, here within America, divided amongst itself, back against itself. Okay. And this is all the doings of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, who said these things would be happening in the last days, okay? Matter of fact, let's get this in Luke chapter 12, I believe, around like 48, 49. Right, verse 51, and this is Yahweh Shai speaking. Actually, I'll start at, let's get right to the point, verse 51. It says, "Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you nay, but rather division." And this is what we see happening on the earth. The Lord is dividing things. The Lord is dividing the people. Okay, he's separating the groups here in America. Okay, because this place is completely divided against itself, man. The people are contrary to one another. Okay, and it's gonna get to the point to where riots are gonna be on the street, man. These little protests that people are holding with microphones and drums and waving flags and honking horns, all that shit is gonna be a thing of the past here very soon, man. Soon there's going to be blood on the streets. Soon there's going to be nothing but straight killing, man. Gunshots are going to be heard. People dying. People running. Chaos. This is what's getting ready to be seen. And this is all the doings of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, who the world inwardly calls God in Jesus Christ. He said these things would be happening in the last days, man. He would bring this division. The Matthew chapter 24 says, because the love of many shall wax cold. Let's get that. Because Matthew 24 and 12 is talking about what would be taking place before the Messiah returned. So this is Matthew 24 and verse 12. It says, "And because iniquity shall abound," and this is all that's been happening on the planet Earth right now, is nothing but straight up iniquity, man. Nothing but straight wickedness, and it's time for the Lord to bring judgment upon the earth. And now it's time for people to start to pay for their wickedness, man. And that's on every side, man. Whether for those of you that think you're calling yourselves Israelite, and those of you that are not, man, that believe not. Judgment is coming for all of you, man. And if you just so happen to make it to the very end, then to receive that judgment, then hey, man, then there ain't nothing else that can be said for you, man, because ultimately the Lord ultimately hated you, man. You see, but all this is starting to be seen upon the earth, man. The uproars of the people, the chaos, the stress of nations. Okay, perplexities, man. All these things are taking place right now as we speak, man. And it said, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, man. And the love of many is waxing cold. Okay, people are, the relationships that people have here in America, man, is at an all-time low, man. Nobody really cares about each other anymore like they used to. You don't know who your neighbor is. You're scared to let your children play outside. Okay. You're not sure if going out to a concert, you may be shot. or run over by a car. Okay, there's a lot of wickedness and iniquity that's abounding on the earth, man. And now is that time for that measure. It has to be fulfilled, man, because all these things that are happening, it's all said would be happening when the measure was fulfilled, man. Clowns out here, man. You know, but these are things that were and are taking place on the earth, man. All right, let's get this in Isaiah chapter 19 at the top. The burden of Egypt. And we know that America is likened unto spiritually Egypt. Why spiritually? Because it's not the literal Egypt over there in the Middle East. Okay? It's the spiritual Egypt. It's the place that is likened unto Egypt, which is Egypt is synonymous with the bondage that the Israelites served. And the Israelites are still to this day serving their captivity here in Babylon the Great, which is America, which is why it's spiritually called Egypt. Spiritually called Egypt. Okay, so I say, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Right, now American pride is flying out the window, man. People don't know who they voting for. People are against their own government, man. So that's the heart of this place, man. It's just completely through. Okay, it says verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. The modern day Egyptians are who? You everyday Americans, man. The Lord said that he would set you against each other, man. And this is the great division that we've seen taking place on the earth, man. It's a nothing but straight up division. And nothing off script, man. This is all according to the words of our Heavenly Father for these things to be taking place right now. Okay, it says, and I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom, man. And we seeing this. People for Israel, the state of Israel, people against it. People for Democrats, people against them. There's nothing but straight division everywhere, man. And everyone soon is going to get to a point to where tensions are going to get so high that people are going to take matters into their own hands. And let's get that in 2 Ezra chapter 15. Start at verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, man. See, this nothing but straight destruction is coming for the people that dwell in the earth. See, there's a cluster of the grape that the Lord has kept to himself that shall not taste of death. Okay, that shall be protected and covered from the said perils. Okay, but the rest of y'all, man, destruction is coming your way, man. It says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands, man. And again, this is all happening around the whole world, but more so here in America, because this is where the greatest judgment is going to come to take place, man. It's Babylon the Great. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, which sedition is, again, we said it earlier, it's an uprising against a government, a rulership, those in authority, is people coming up against them. And right now, what? You got the government that's for this, the bombings that are taking place over there in the Middle East, and you got the people that are against it. A lot of people are against what was being done. But again, this is all according to prophecy, man. This is all needful for these things to take place. That's why we don't even indulge in these people's matters, man. That's why we get away from these people, man. Okay? We take ourselves out of the situation because we are not a part of this world, man. Okay? We are taken from this world. We were picked to be not a part of this world, man. That is the elect, and Lord's will we be a part of that number, those of you that believe, man. That are suffering for Yahweh Shai's sake, righteously, man. Because there are some men out here that are suffering for wickedness' sake, for putting themselves in situations that they need not to be in. And that's good for them, because then whether they learn or whether they don't, that's not up to us to worry about, man. Okay? But it said, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, the presidents, your governors, your mayors, police officers, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. See, people are going to take matters into their hands, man. Because enough is going to be enough, and this is what we see happening, man. And we keep hitting on these scriptures, and we're going to keep hitting on them, man. To hell what you think. It is boring, and click the fuck off, man. Okay? and go and perish with the rest of the multitude that shall perish, man. Okay? Dude over here, this group of protesters over here led by a woman, man. It goes to show you how upside down this place is, man. A woman leading the charge of a protest. What the hell kind of shit is that? What kind of leaders are those? Women aren't programmed to lead, man. They're emotional creatures that make hasty decisions, and this is who you have to lead a protest against things that are taking place upon the earth, man. It goes to show you these people are bugged out, man. What person in their right state of mind will follow a woman into anything? You're a damn fool, man. You know, but hey, man, this is just the way that the world is going, man. This is why destruction, the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, man. Because the majority of you people are led by women, man. Okay, and we know that through the woman we all die, man. If you were led by a woman, if you're led by your woman, man, you're a goddamn fool, man. And I speak to you men. These women think they're something, man, but they're really not. And the scriptures talk about that. Okay, he who thinketh himself to be something when he is nothing deceiveth himself, man. And the majority of these women in this world, man, think themselves to be something. They think themselves to be in a position of power, but they're not. They are the weaker vessel, so there is no in a power position for them, man. Okay? But again, this is why this world has been turned upside down. Children rule over us and women are oppressors, man, roughly paraphrasing. Or women rule over us and children are their oppressors, something along those lines. You know? All you men are being led by women, man. And that's who you lead these groups, man. These people protesting, man, is women. You know? And this little mob over here has just been growing within the last, 10, 15 minutes, man. It's been double its size from when I sat down, man. And that was like 15 minutes ago. You know, so these people are just emotional. And this is why these things are going to get crazy out here, man, because people are just all into their emotions, man. They're not thinking logically. They're just reacting. And that's what women do, man. And that's why you men are going to perish, man, because you're following after the woman. You're following the wrong way, man. Instead of being a goddamn man and using your fucking head other than a hat rack, like the apostles say, man. You see that the things that you're doing are not conducive, man. It's not the right thing to do. Okay? But a lot of people are going to be led as sheep to the slaughter, man. And it actually says that in this chapter. But verse 10, 2 Ezra 15 and 10, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. There goes Egypt again, man. See, but our people are being led as sheep to the slaughter, man. As a flock to the slaughter. And what happens at the slaughterhouse, man? The flock gets slaughtered, man. It gets killed. It gets taken out of the way. It gets its life taken out of it. And that's what's going to happen to a lot of people. There'll be many more that perish than shall be saved, man. Okay? The slain of the Lord shall be many. And this is what we see taking place on the earth, man. The slaying of the Lord, the judgment of the Lord upon the earth. And it's only going to get worse, man. Tensions are going to get higher. Emotions are going to get higher. Divisions are going to grow. Until that great day of the Lord, man. You know, so, hey, man, that's pretty much all I wanted to hit on, man. You know, just through the spirit here. You know, just seeing these people walking around here and at this park here in downtown. And, you know, it's a beautiful thing because it's the signs of the times, you know. When they shall be seen uproars of the people and earthquakes in diverse places, then shall thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things before, you know, from the beginning. Roughly paraphrasing that verse. Okay? So, hey, Lord's will, this is edifying. I'm going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah HaKodash. Double honor to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, and much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out this truth and its truth and sincerity. With that, I say, Shalom.